Namaskaram to everyone. A warm welcome to today's Lalita Sahasranama Stotram chanting session. Let us start as usual with Guru Vandanam. Gurureva gatir gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guroh paramam shishurasmi guroh matirasti gurau mama pahi guru. Dhyanam. Please meditate upon Sri Lalita Parameshwari. Sinduraruna vigrahan trinayanam manikya maulis phurat taranayaka shekharam smitamukhi mapi navakshoruham panibhyamali purna ratna chashakam raktotpalam bibhrati Saunyam ratna ghatastharatha charanan dhyayet paramambika. I will teach the second dhyana shloka again. Just give me a minute, I'll share the screen. Saishwati, can you see the full screen that I'm sharing? Or is it... Sorry?
I'm not yet.
Not clear, is it? Okay. Just wait for a minute. Let me fix it. Is it okay now? The voice and the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. Saishwati, you can repeat after me. Arunam karuna tarangitakshi
Karunam karunatarangitakshim. Karunam karunatarangitakshim.
Dhritapaşankuşapuşpabanachapam
Dhritapaşankuşapuşpabanachapam. Dhritapaşankuşapuşpabanachapam.
Animadibhiravritam mayukhaihi
Animadibhiravritam mayukhaihi. Animadibhiravritam mayukhaihi.
ahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani
Ahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. Ahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani.
Let's chant both the Dhyana Shlokas together. After me, Sunita, you can repeat after me after I finish both the verses. Sinduraruna vigrahan trinayanam manikya maulispurat taranayaka shekharam smitamukhima vakshoruham पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम् अरुणां करुणातरङ्गिताक्षी धृतपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणचापाम् अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः अहमित्येव विभावये भवानी. Sai Shruti or Sunita, one of you can chant both the Dhyana Shlokas together, please. Yes, Sunita, go ahead.
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणान् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
Arunam.
अरुणां करुणातरङ्गिताक्षीं धृतपाशाङ्कुशपुष्पबाणचापाम् अणिमादिभिरावृतां मयूखैः अहमित्येव विभावये भवानीम्.
Let us chant the first 18 verses, what we have learned till date. Then I will start the new ones. Om Shri Mata Shri Maharagni Shrimat Simhasaneshwari Chidagni Kunda Sambhuta Devakarya Samudyata Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha Chaturbahu Samanvita Ragaswarupa Pashadhya Krodhakarangkushojjvala Manorupekshukodanda Panchatanmatrasayaka Nijaruna Prabhapura Majjat Brahmandamandala Champakashoka Punnaga Saugandhikalasatkacha Kurubindamanishreni Kanat Kotiramandita. I'll repeat this. I took a pause in between. Kurubindamanishreni Kanat Kotiramandita Ashtami Chandra Vibhraja Dalikasthala Shobhita Mukhachandra Kalankabha Mruganabhivisheshaka Vadanasmara Mangalya Gruhatorana Chillika Vaktra Lakshmi Parivaha Chalan Meena Bhalochana Navachampaka Pushpabhanasa Danda Virajita Tara Kanti Tiraskarina Sabharana Bhasura Kadamba Manjari Klupta Karna Pura Manohara Tatanka Yugali Bhuta Tapanodupa Padmaraga Shiladasha Paribhavika Pola Bhu Nava Vidruma Bimba Shri कारिरदनच्छदा शुद्ध विद्याङ्कुराकार द्विजपङ्क्तिद्वयोज्ज्वला कर्पूरवीटिकामोद समाकर्षिदिगन्तरा निजसल्लापमाधुर्य विनिर्भत्सितकच्छपी मन्दस्मित प्रभापूरमज्जत्कामेशमानसा अनाकलित सादृश्य चिबुकश्री विराजिता कामेश बद्ध माङ्गल्य सूत्र शोभित कन्धरा कनकाङ्गद केयूर कमनीय भुजान्विता रत्नग्रैवेय चिन्ता कलोल मुक्ता फलान्विता कामेश्वर प्रेम रत्नमणि प्रतिपणस्तनी नाभ्यालवाल रोमालि लता फलकुचद्वयी लक्ष्य रोमलताधारता समुन्नेय मध्यमा स्तनभारदलन्मध्यपट्टबन्धवलित्रया अरुणारुण कौसुम्भवस्त्रभास्वत्कटीतटी रत्नकिङ्किणिकारम्य रशनादामभूषिता कामेश ज्ञात सौभाग्यमार्दवोरुद्वयान्विता माणिक्य मुकुटाकार जानुद्वय विराजिता इन्द्रगोप परिक्षिप्त स्मरतूणा भजङ्घिका गूढगुल्फा कूर्म पृष्ठ जयिष्णु प्रपदान्विता. So let us start with the 19th verse. I think this is what we were supposed to, 19th is what we were supposed to start yesterday. I see there are already few questions. I'll try to answer it before I conclude the class. So let us move with the 19th verse. Nakha didhiti sanchanna namajjana tamoguna. Nakha, kha is a mahaprana. Nakha didhiti, dhi, it's a mahaprana. Sanchanna, so we have cha, cha, ja, jana and cha. Sanchanna, there is a double na. Namajjana, double ja. Tamoguna, padadvaya, there is a the and va. Padadvaya, we should pronounce it as padadvaya. Prabhajala, padadvaya prabhajala, parakrita saroruha. Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjana tamoguna, padadvaya prabhajala, parakrita saroruha. Sai Shruti, you can repeat after me. Nakhadidhiti
Nakhadidhiti, nakhadidhiti,
sanchanna
sanchanna, sanchanna,
namajjana tamoguna,
namajjanatamo guna, namajjanatamo guna.
Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjana tamoguna.
Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna. Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna.
Padadvaya prabhajala,
Padadvaya prabhajala, padadvaya prabhajala,
Parakrita.
Parakrita. Parakrita.
Saroruha.
Saroruha. Saroruha.
Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna.
Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna. Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna.
Padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha.
Padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha. Padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha.
Complete verse I will chant now. Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna. Padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha.
Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna. Padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha. Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna. Padadvaya prabhajala parakrita saroruha.
Uttamam. Let's move to the next one. Sinjana, Sinjana, Mani, Manjira, Mandita Shri Padambuja. Sinjana, Mani, Manjira, Mandita Shri Padambuja. So we have in this view, if you see, cha, 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 ja, ja, nya, and ja, Sinjana, Mani, Manjira, again same combination, Manjira, Mandita, na and da, Mandita, Shri Padambuja, ma and ba, Padambuja, Marali Manda Gamana. So here you have ta, tha, the na, the fifth letter of Tavarga. And in the previous line, it was Mandita, fifth letter of Tavarga. That is na. Here, na. Marali Manda Gamana, Mahalavanya, Mahalavanya, na and ya, Shevadhihi. Dha is a Mahaprana. Sunita, you can repeat after me. Sinjana.
Sinjana, Sinjana,
Mani Manjira,
Mani Manjira, Mani Manjira,
Mandita,
Mandita, Mandita,
Shri Padambuja,
Shri Padambuja, Shri Padambuja,
Sinjana Mani Manjira,
Sinjana Mani Manjira, Sinjana Mani Manjira,
Mandita Shri Padambuja,
Mandita Shri Padambuja, Mandita Shri Padambuja,
Sinjana Mani Manjira, Mandita Shri Padambuja,
Sinjana Mani Manjira, Mandita Shri Padambuja, Sinjana Mani Manjira, Mandita Shri Padambuja.
okay, can chant little slowly. Marali,
Marali, Marali,
Mandagamana,
Mandagamana, Mandagamana,
Mahalavanya,
Mahalavanya, Mahalavanya,
Shevadhihi.
Shevadhihi, Shevadhihi.
I'm hearing it little fast. Is it because of network lag or I'm not sure. I'll anyway repeat again. Marali mandagamana.
Marali Mandagamana, Marali Mandagamana,
Mahalavanya Shevadhihi.
Mahalavanya Shevadhihi, Mahalavanya Shevadhihi.
Sinjanamani manjira mandita shri padambuja.
Sinjanamani manjira mandita shri padambuja. Sinjanamani manjira mandita shri padambuja.
Marali mandagamana mahalavanya shevadhihi.
Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Shevadhihi. Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Shevadhihi.
Right. Before I chant the complete verse, so first line is a one name of Lalita Parameshwari. So it is Sinjana Mani Manjira Mandita Shri Padambujaye Namaha. But in the second line, you have two names. Marali Mandagamanaye Namaha and then Mahalavanya Shevadhaye Namaha. So there are two names and here we have one name in the first line. So it's totally three names in this verse. So I can easily take a pause in the second line after this third pada, that is Marali Mandagamana, and chant this. But in the first line, we cannot take a pause because it has to be chanted together. I'll repeat the entire shloka together now. Sinjanamani manjira mandita shri padambuja Marali mandagamana Mahalavanya Shevadhihi.
Sinjanamani Manjira Mandita Shri Padambuja Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Shevadhihi. Sinjanamani Manjira Mandita Shri Padambuja Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Shevadhihi.
Okay. So before I move to the next verse, I will just answer the questions what is raised. Okay, there is a question about the 12th verse. Let me go back to it. Yeah, so this is Shamita. Anakalita Sadrishya Chibukashri. It is Chibukashri. Like I was telling earlier, there is Pathabeda. In some books, scripts, it is given as Chubukashri. However, in our learning, as per what we have learned from our gurus, we will chant this as Chibukashri. It is Chibukashri. Let me look at the next question. Okay. The second Dhyana Shloka. So after the question is after Karuna Tarangitakshi, yes, there is an Anuswara. So if I am, let us look at the whole complete line here. Arunam, there is an anuswara, and then we have Karuna Tarangitakshim, there is an anuswara, and then Dhrutapasha Ankusha another. So here, after anuswara, since there is a consonant, the Vyanjana, which is the kavarga, so this anuswara is going to get replaced by the last letter, the varga panchama of this kavarga. So I will be chanting this as Arunam Karuna Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshi. So here, if I'm taking a pause here, I'm going to completely chant Karuna Tarangitakshim. I'm going to chant the anuswara Karuna Tarangitakshim. Suppose I was not taking a break here and there is a Vyanjanakshara, that is the consonant Dha, which comes in Tavarga. The last letter of Tavarga is Na. So I would have got this anuswara replaced by Na. For example, Karuna Tarangitakshim Dhruta. If I'm chanting this without taking a pause, then it would have become Karuna Tarangitakshim Dhruta. But here we can take a pause. We can, because we are breaking the pada here. So I can chant the full anuswara, take a break and then chant. Otherwise, it will be too long a line for us to chant. So yes, there is 2 anuswaras in the first line, first pada. Let me look at the next question. I think I answered that. Okay. Second line in the same Dhyana Shloka, we are splitting the second word in second line. Yes. Animadhibhiravrutam mayukhairahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. You can split this mayukhaihi and ahamityeva. There is a sandhi happening here. Mayukhaihi ahamityeva. We can split and chant, or we can even chant this together. Animadhibhiravrutam mayukhairahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. We can also chant like this, or we can chant it as Animadhibhiravrutam mayukhaihi ahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. So ideally, I would like to chant this continuously. Since we are in the learning phase, I'm taking a pause here and chanting. So otherwise, we can chant this entire line together without breaking this sandhi here. Hope that is clarifying. Then let me look at there is any other. Okay. 20th verse. In this, the question was, is it mandatory to take a break in second pada of 20th shloka? It's not mandatory. See, for example, Sinjanamani Manjira Mandita Shri Padambuja Marali Mandagamana Mahalavanya Shevadhihi. You can chant like this without taking too much of a pause between this Marali Mandagamana and Mahalavanya Shevadhihi. However, for ease of chanting and pronunciation, if you are able to, it's difficult for us to hold our breath, and for such reasons, we can take a pause. It's a pada break. It is correct as per the Vyakarana rules also. So, Marali Mandagamana, you can take a pause and chant, or you can continue chanting if it is possible. So, one thing we need to remember is why it is okay to take a pause here is Marali Mandagamana is one name and Mahalavanya Shevadhihi is another name. Both are 2 different names. So you can take a break. If it was one line like Sinjana Manjira, then it is not correct to take a pause. Okay. Okay. So again, the question is on the second Dhyana Shloka on the Anuswara. So both are correct. You can chant Arunam Karuna. You can chant, or Arunam Karuna. Both are correct. Only thing is, in my chanting, I'm applying this Anuswara rule. So I'm chanting and teaching it with this rule. So whatever you follow, you have to follow that consistently. If you don't want to follow this Anuswara Varga Panchama, everywhere you want to chant Arunam Karuna Tarangitakshi, that is also correct. Or you can also Arunang Karuna Tarangitakshi. But once you follow the rule, for all the shlokas, you start following the same rule. Otherwise, for one shloka, we'll be applying Varga Panchama. For another shloka, another verse, we are not applying. So instead, let us follow one rule for the entire Sahasranama. Okay, so let us look at one more verse, and then I will open for participant chanting. Sarva Runana Vadyangi. So we have here Sarva, there is a Dutvam. Sarva Runana Vadyangi. Da and Ya, Alpa Prana Da and Ya. Sarva Bharana, Bha is a Mahaprana. Sarva Bharana. Bhushita, Bha is a Mahaprana. And Sha is a Shanmukha Sha. Shiva Kameshwarankastha, Sha and Va, Shva. Okay, Shankara Sha. Shiva Kameshwarankastha, Shiva Kameshwarankastha. So there is a Sa and Tha, Tha is a Mahaprana. Shiva. So if you remember, I was telling you about what is the how adding a dirgha or a hrasva will make a difference in the meaning. This is the example I was quoting. So Shiva and Shiva, Shiva Shankara, Shiva Parameshwara. Shiva is Parameshwar, Lalita Parameshwar. It is one name. So if I add a dirgha to Shiva, the it is Devi's name. If I don't add a dirgha, it is Parameshwara's name. Swadhina, Dha is a Mahaprana. Vallabha, La and La double. There are two las. And then we have Bha as a Mahaprana. So, Sunita. You can chant after me. Sarvarunana.
Sarvarunana.
Emissions. Here we can split it as Sarvaruna and Anavadyangi. So it is Sarvaruna and Anavadyangi. So I will chant this, those are two different names, but however, I will chant and I teach it together. Sarvaruna Navadyangi.
Sarvaruna Navadyangi. Sarvaruna Navadyangi.
So if I split this, Sarvaruna and Anavadyangi. So two different names are there, but I'm combining and chanting together. Sarvaruna Navadyangi.
Sarvaruna Navadyangi. Sarvaruna Navadyangi.
Sarva Bharana Bhushita.
Sarva Bharana Bhushita. Sarva Bharana Bhushita.
So Sarva Bharana Bhushita is one name. So we have in the first line three names. Sarvaruna Navadyangi.
Sarvaruna Navadyangi. Sarvaruna Navadyangi.
Sarva Bharana Bhushita.
Sarva Bharana Bhushita. Sarva Bharana Bhushita.
Shiva Kameshwarankastha.
Shiva Kameshwarankastha. Shiva Kameshwarankastha.
So even here, if I split Shiva Kameshwara Ankastha. So Shiva Kameshwarankastha. And we have Shiva and Swadhina Vallabha. So Shiva Kameshwarankastha.
Shiva Kameshwarankastha. Shiva Kameshwarankastha.
Shiva Swadhina Vallabha.
शिवा स्वाधीनवल्लभा शिवा स्वाधीनवल्लभा.
So in the second line, Shiva Kameshwarankasthayai Namaha. So this is one name. Shiva is one name and Swadhina Vallabha is one name. We have three names in the second line. Sarvaruna Navadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita.
Sarvaruna Navadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita. Sarvaruna Navadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita.
Shiva Kameshwarankastha Shiva Swadhina Vallabha.
Shiva Kameshwarankastha Shiva Swadhina Vallabha. Shiva Kameshwarankastha Shiva Swadhina Vallabha.
Sarvaruna Navadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita Shiva Kameshwarankastha Shiva Swadhina Vallabha.
Sarvaruna Navadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita Shiva Kameshwarankastha Shiva Swadhina Vallabha. Sarvaruna Navadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita Shiva Kameshwarankastha Shiva Swadhina Vallabha.
So I'll stop here and then please raise hands for chanting. Just one small request. So when you are asking a question, if you could mention the verse number for which question you are, for which verse your question is related to, it will be easy for me to quickly go to that verse and answer. Otherwise, it will be little difficult for me to, relate immediately. So when you are asking something specifically with related to pronunciation, please mention where you are having a doubt, like, which verse. And sometimes I might not be able to answer the question in the same class due to lack of time. So please feel free to write on my mail ID, sandhya.vyoma@gmail.com. So I can definitely come back to you. Let me just call out the participant names. As far as I remember, I'm trying to call out new names different from the previous attendees who have chanted earlier. So in case if you're not getting a chance to chant today, please don't feel bad. We will have plenty of opportunities to chant. Kavya CV, Kavya Bhagini.
Ram.
Ram. You can chant from
Ram. Yeah.
Ram. You can chant this. Aruna.
Okay. Aruna Kausumba Vastrabhasvat Katitati Ratna Kinkini Karamya Shanadama Bhushita.
Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini. Yamini Kameshagnyata.
Ram, Didi.
Ram.
Yeah, which one, Didi? 17th one, is it?
17th one, yes, that's right.
Okay, thank you, Didi.
कामेशज्ञातसौभाग्यमार्गवोरुद्वयान्विता माणिक्यमुकुटाकारजानुद्वयविराजिता. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. First line, can you chant again? I couldn't hear.
Okay.
कामेशज्ञातसौभाग्यमार्दवोरुद्वयान्विता
Uttamam.
Thank you, Didi.
Second line also you can continue. Please complete it off.
Okay.
माणिक्यमुकुटाकारजानुद्वयविराजिता
Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini.
Dhanyawadaha, Didi.
Sheela Tirugnanam.
Ram Ram, Behni.
Ram.
Indrakoba parikshipta smaraduna bhajangika. I'll repeat, Behni.
Shall I teach once? Can I?
Okay.
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 You can repeat after me. Indra Gopa Parikshipta Smaratuna Bhajangika.
Indragopa parikshipta smaraduna bhajankika.
This bha is a mahaprana. Next line. Gudha Gulpa.
Kudha gulpa.
Kurma Prushta Jayishnu Prapadanvita.
Kurma prishta jaishnu prapadanvita.
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 19th was
Nagadi.
Sugandha. Ha, you can go on mute Bhagini. Sugandha Gurjar.
आमं नखदीधिति संचिन्न मज्जन्न तमो गुणा पदद्वय प्रभाजाल पराकृत सरोरुहा.
Second line was correct. First line, I will, you can chant after me. Nakhadidhiti sanchanna namajjanatamo guna.
नखदीधिति संचिन्न नमज्जन्तमो गुणा.
Namajjanatamo guna.
नमज्जनतमो गुणा.
Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवादः भगिनी.
Saumya Rakesh Kumar Bhagini.
नमस्कार.
Namaskar.
सिञ्चानमणिमञ्जीर मण्डितश्रीपदाम्बुजा मरालिमन्दगमना महालावण्य सेवतीः.
Mahalavanya Shevadhihi. It is dhi is here. Hrasva, not dirgha. Otherwise correct. Dhanyavadaha. There was one question somebody had asked about Marali. Is it li or li? It is dirgha. Marali Mandagamana. So it's Marali, not Marali Mandagamana. It's Marali Mandagamana. Today I will be closing the class early. Kshamyata. So we will meet on Friday again. So after 25 verses, we will have one revision class where we will chant all the 25 verses, and that class will be dedicated for attendees chanting only. So please don't worry if I have not called out your names today or in the previous classes. We will do the Mangalam and close the class. Sarva-mangala-mangalye shive sarvartha-sadhike Sharanye Trambake Devi Narayani Namostute Dhanyavadaha. Ram 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 to everyone.